Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Disco Elysium with me, Bring It On. So I took a look at my thoughts off camera, and I think I'm going to get rid of this one. It only gives me 10 cents, where, this one gives me 2 whole real per check. And we haven't seen a lot of green orbs recently anyway, and I don't know how many new areas we're going to find. So I think this is worth getting rid of for something new. Let's see, 45 minutes, 4 hours, and 5.5 hours. Let's do this one, get it over with real fast. And it gives us +1.5 light. So one more door has been internalized. Let's see what Egghead needs.
Good morning! Yeah!
Oh,
Car!
it's the one locked behind a check. Okay, so we can come back to that later. Okay, I guess we can go call the public library. I need to change my hat as well. I don't like having that negative modifier. Alright, to the motor carriage.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
The operator greets you through the static. Connect me to Jamrock Public Library.
Hold on, officer. I've got Central Jamrock Public Library on the line, and I've already introduced you to their librarian. Connecting the call in 2, 1.
Yes, this is Central Jamrock Public Library here. How can I help you, officer?
A male librarian answers the call.
He sounds worried, yet ready to assist. This is how people get when the police call.
I'm looking for any information that you can provide on Billy Majin. Or Majan? A reader.
Billy Majan, you said. Give me a moment, I'll have to check our database.
He puts down the receiver.
On Moreau Drive in central Jamrock, in a darkened hall lit by orange desk lamps far away from the noise outside, a middle-aged man taps commands into an old radio computer. A printout falls on the desk. Behind him, a lonely reader scours some dusty bookshelves, looking for a paperback.
Yes, hello, are you still there? I found Billy Majan's home address, is that alright? No phone number, unfortunately.
You can hear him fiddle with the printout.
They're too poor to have a phone line.
Yes. Home address is fine.
Here we go, sir. Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 33B, apartment number 20. It's in Martinez, I believe. Cape Side Apartments, it says. That's all.
That's where the smoker on the balcony lives, isn't it?
No. Well, yeah, he lives in the Cape Side Apartments, but he doesn't live in that apartment. Okay, I thought that's what that was indicating. So he lived in apartment 20. He's in, like, 23 or 28 or something. Do you have any other information on Billy Majan?
It says here that they returned their last book just a few days ago, but I wasn't at work that day.
Do you know someone who was?
Marie? Marie? Do you remember a reader named Billy Majan? They returned a Tybalt book the other day.
He covers the phone with his hand and yells out into the room behind him. Then you hear someone answer from afar.
Maurice, what? A woman yells. Then, yes, okay, if it was the police, she starts explaining something.
Yes, it was my colleague Marie. She said that it was Billy's husband who returned the book. He also asked for this new sci-fi release, Lowe's Radio City 87, but we don't have it yet.
The librarian is speaking to the phone again.
Good. You have a name now.
So Billy Majan is a woman, not a man. How did your colleague know that it was her husband?
Marie knows Billy. She's been working here longer than me. Sometimes her husband returns some books for her.
And then goes for a little drink later. On the lookout.
Do you know the husband's name?
Sorry, no. Marie only knows him by sight.
Can Marie describe to me what the husband looked like?
Marie!
A moment passes.
She said it was an older man. and that she's pretty sure he'd had a drink or two the last time she saw him.
What was he wearing?
1 second. What was he wearing?
Oh, I liked how you could actually hear it. Even though it's not here. The librarian turns away from the phone again. It relays the question.
Sorry, Marie wasn't really paying any attention to that.
Well, thank you. That's all for me. I have no other questions.
Happy we could help. Goodbye, officer.
Librarian hangs up and the call gets redirected back to the station with a soft click.
Anything else you need from me?
Nope, that's it.
57th, over and out.
Her voice disappears into the void.
In the cabin, you see a set of...
Alright, we're done here, so we can go to the apartments and find apartment 20. I still wonder if it's the woman that's standing... Well, she's not standing here now. Oh, what's this? I have a whole bunch of checks.
There.
Huh.
Working class drunk. You know what this means, right?
Case solved.
Cracked it. All in a good day's work.
Wait, what did I crack exactly?
What do you mean, what did I crack? Look at how working class that drunk is.
It's her husband. The missing husband.
Yes, and you found him. Now go and tell the working class woman. Protect and serve, recruit. Didn't she repeatedly tell you her husband isn't missing though?
Yeah, so that was who I suspected was the wife.
But he is missing. You heard her. The worry in her voice.
Yeah, so we were right when we first spoke to her. Well, give me champagne. I'm going in.
There's no need for champagne when there's honor, recruit. Go and tell the working class woman what you found, right now.
There's something down there. The musty smell of a potato cellar in spring emanates from the air vent. Also, didn't she say her children live elsewhere, not in this area? They live in Jamrock, right? So why was she living here? Unless they're older and they moved out. Whoops. Kicked my chair. I don't know where room 20's at. Haven't been through here in a little while since I increased my perception. Whoops. Didn't mean to click on that. I always forget that that's up there. The sea below looks cold and winter gray. Book 16 Days of Coldest April. The cover features a row of concrete buildings with a monochrome rainbow in the sky. It tells a rather excruciating story about two lovers during a period of ethnic unrest in Yugograd. The book has been filled under psychological realism. We can read that later.
A shift in temperature. The air chills around you. Dust settles on the stony floor.
Rub your sides for warmth.
A former architect stands before a slice of window, a room plan in her hand. A cold wave has made the air in the building stand still and frozen, with temperatures falling down to minus 20 degrees Celsius.
Her face
Is red from the cold. She's breathing on her fingers, clasping the plan. Traces of sadness are visible in her expression.
The plan.
Faint pencil lines on paper depict the same place, but a missing eastern wall connects the room with the neighboring apartment. Ideas for arranging the furniture have been jotted down.
Now look around yourself.
It's clean and empty, with new tapestry embellishing the walls. A standard HB graphite pencil has fallen off a three-legged stool in the middle of the room.
Sorry, I had to adjust some settings on my microphone. I tried to move it and it I pressed the button on the back.
She had an eye for beauty.
Shiver. This should be all taken care of now. See, that's where she lives. Go outside the other exit. I wonder if there's anything new with this.
A plaster cast.
No. There's a new check in there. Let's go check that out. Kunde de Reuter, or Reuter, is the name on unfinished homework. Alright, so this must be it right here.
A weathered brown door. The number reads 20. Something smells good. Soup allons yo. The lieutenant motions to you to go ahead and knock. This is the door. You already know it's the right door. This is going to be so hard. Get yourself together. It's just police work.
Hold on, Kim. We should discuss this before we move on. What should we expect?
You're right. Let's talk this through.
He looks at the apartment door and lowers his voice a bit.
You hear light footsteps passing by the door and some folk music playing on the radio.
We have our first preliminary identification. In all likelihood, the deceased is the husband of Billy Méjean. We need to confirm this, as well as deliver the death notification to Billy herself. Now, delivering a death notification is never an easy task. There's a reason why it's often called the most stressful part of our job. This is why it's usually done in pairs. You got this. I'll be monitoring reactions, ready to act if necessary.
Do you have any advice on how to tell her he's...
Dead? Just don't say that you know how they feel. You don't.
Good advice.
And what if I don't want to do this?
Yes, it's hard. But there is no easy way to handle this information. It just has to happen, as soon as possible.
He stares at the front door for a moment, his face still. Alright, I think I'm ready.
The lieutenant motions towards the door.
Knock. Hello? Who is it? A voice calls out from the other side of the door.
And someone turns down the radio.
I'll look at the lieutenant first.
He gives you a short, encouraging nod.
Is this Billy Méjean's home? This is the police. Please open the door. The police. A moment, please. Give us a moment. Hear shuffling inside.
Tidying up. Nervously. There's fear in her voice.
She unlocks the door. I come in. The door is open. Let's take a look around first. An empty pack of red Astra cigarettes hidden under the bed. The same brand of cigarettes you found in the trash next to the deceased. Windows covered in old newspaper clippings. Can't they afford curtains? Packages of humanitarian aid macaronis. Some leftovers kept warm on a stovetop. Smells like buckwheat and onions here. A chalk-drawn height for children's growth over the years. A textbook for high school. mathematics, trigonometry mostly. The clock is ticking away with an odd cheerfulness. Its ticking makes you anxious, rings hollow in the room. Posters of contemporary pop stars adorn the walls.
It's you from the bookstand. Did you come to bring my cockatoo back?
She smiles nervously, before the smile vanishes from her face.
I don't think I introduced myself properly. I'm Billy. Would you like something to drink? Tea? Lemonade? We're out of coffee.
She looks around the kitchen.
The lieutenant has taken off his foggy glasses and is busy cleaning them in his handkerchief for now. You're on your own here. He must feel vulnerable without his glasses. Is this why he's letting you take the lead?
Thanks, but I'm alright.
Is this about Victor, my husband? Is he in some kind of trouble again? I can come pick him up in the station if that's what.
She stops, her eyes trying to read answers from your face.
Keep it together. You don't want your body language to tell her the news.
Sorry, I'm rambling. It's just that Victor often gets into all kinds of trouble. So, how can I help you?
She shakes her head and tries to laugh it off.
How about some small talk before you break the news?
Well, I can succeed there. So, how have you been?
How have I been? You're not here to discuss me. What is this about, officer?
She shakes her head.
Can't write a scene without knowing the actors. Ask more. Get comfortable around her.
You live here with Victor, your husband, right?
It's me, Victor, and the kids here. We have 2 daughters, Jenny and Jolie.
She nods. How old are your daughters?
Jolie is 16 and Jenny is turning 18 next month.
Look around. Where is everybody? I don't see anyone home.
The girls are staying at their friend's place tonight. And Victor is out.
She swallows visibly.
Out where?
He has a problem with drinking, and so he disappears every now and then. He's probably in the box drinking with his friends. I sent him to the library a few days ago, but I guess something came up.
She smiles sourly. To your knowledge, did he make it to the library?
No, I guess I'll find out when he decides to come back home.
She looks at the front door.
It shouldn't be long from now. He's never gone for more than a few days.
What was the name of the library?
Oh, it's in Jamrock. The one at Mayrow Street. I don't know the official name.
Central Jamrock Public Library?
I think, yes, if that's the one on Mayrow.
It is.
What was he supposed to do in the library?
Just to return a book of mine. Why? Why all those questions, Detective? Did he...
She looks at you quizzically.
Do something? Break something? It's a fool's hope.
Was it The Glinting Curve by M. Tybalt?
Yes.
She becomes unsettled as she says that, her forehead scrunching up into a worried expression. Do you remember what he was wearing when you last saw him?
His old leather jacket.
Can you describe it?
It's just your average brown leather jacket, but he bought it as a teenager, so...
It reminded him of his teenage years.
What about the inner lining?
Yes. The lining is hand-sewn. It's blue. I tried to make the thing more weatherproof since he's running around with it in the middle of winter.
She stops. There's something else I have to tell you.
She folds her hands across her chest. Here it comes.
Alright, tell her about the dead body.
You've done this before. Just keep your focus.
God, do I just say he's dead like that?
Yes. That's the most important thing. Use that word.
I have 23 empathy. Holy crap, I think that's my highest skill.
No euphemisms. This is what you came here for.
Ma'am, I'm very sorry to say, but your husband Victor Mejean was found dead on the Martinez boardwalk.
What did you say?
She blinks.
A great and terrible spike. The blood freezes in her veins.
Your husband, Victor Mejean, is dead. Sorry. I'm very sorry for your loss, ma'am.
Oh,
She touches her neck, eyes pale like pearls in seawater.
oh. But he was just...
She says again, then she looks at the kitchen table, where 2 cigarette butts are still in the tray.
But he was just here. Alive.
We understand this comes as a huge shock. I want you to know that me and my partner are here for you if you have any questions. Take your time, ma'am.
He points at you.
What happened to him?
She turns to you. Her neck and cheeks are covered with red blotches. Her double chin is shaking. It was an accident. He fell through a hole in the boardwalk and hit his head.
Was he drunk?
Alcohol may have played a role, yes.
I see. And you just found him there, lying in the cold.
She withdraws, trying to picture the scene.
How long had he been there?
If you say 2 days maybe, it will be etched in her mind forever.
It couldn't have been long.
She blinks, eyes welling up with tears, as her hand starts searching for something from the pockets of her dress.
Here.
Lieutenant takes out his handkerchief and offers it to the woman. She nods and slowly wipes away her tears. Is there anyone we could call for you? A friend, a family member, someone who could be here for you?
No. I just need to tell my girls.
She breathes in, and the air gets sucked out of her lungs suddenly.
It burns like acid. Unreal.
God, should I call them? Should I tell them to come home?
No. A day.
No. Take a day to recover. You'll be better prepared when they come home tomorrow.
Good. That's probably the right thing. Thank you.
She nods, with a wretched expression.
Just tell me, what do I need to do next? Where is he? Can I see him?
We've taken him to the city morgue. The local coroner will be contacting you shortly to arrange the funeral. Here's his number in case you want to contact him earlier.
He hands her a leaflet with the morgue's contact information.
A very good call.
Is there anything else that the RCM could do for you?
No, I'll call you if something comes up. I'm still...
She rubs her face, runs her fingers over cheeks that have become numb.
Thank you. Thank you for telling me. I'll call if...
She looks down, and then she runs out of breath. Again, I'm very sorry, ma'am.
We should step outside and talk.
The lieutenant nods at the woman, then looks back at you, his voice lowered. Set the library card by her. Leave the room.
One more door. There is no way to open the supply depot door. Accept it. You cannot open all the doors. You have to integrate this into your character. Some doors will forever remain closed, even if every single other door will open at one time or another. Maybe to a key, or maybe to some sort of tool meant for opening doors. But this one will never accede to such commands. A realization crucial to personal growth. Crucial.
So -1 to half-life, or half-light, not half-life. No fear. Then all psyche white checks unlocked. Well, since those are now unlocked, I can forget this one. Its usefulness is gone. 4 hours and 5.5 hours. Let's do... Oh, all red checks fail. See, I don't know if one's going to pop up or not. Maybe I'll equip this one later. What we'll do is we'll just read through a whole bunch of books or something to get through this one faster. Let's equip this one for now, though, because we have stuff to take care of.
You did well.
Lieutenant says as soon as you've left the apartment, the balcony feels cool and quiet, with a stunning view over the district. Nod. What now?
I'll call the station when we're finished with the day, and let them know the name of the deceased.
What about Billy and her kids?
They'll manage.
They have to. It's not your place to live their lives.
That's it?
That's it. We should get back to our case now that our duty here is done.
Right. This is closed then.
Let's go.
He nods. Alright, another job well done. Still don't know how I'm supposed to do this. Guess we're gonna go... Yes, I need to pass that interfacing check for this. I don't have any skill points to allocate right now, so I don't know what to do about that. I assume we're going to find this when we find Ruby, so I guess we're going to go after Ruby now. Whoops. Can't think of what else to do next besides go after Ruby. Our once massive to-do list has run its course. Still can't fast travel from here. Is this unlocked again? It's white like I can do it. When I tried it earlier, it didn't let me try it. I think I could do that real fast. See if I can pick up that barbell. Because it's white, so I don't see why I can't. And then we'll go after Ruby and continue with the main quest. So I need to equip the flashlight. Come on, there we go. This way. Actually, probably would be faster to just go through the bookstore since it's the first room. No, still can't interact with it.
The barbell waits patiently on the floor.
Oh no, it is unlocked. Okay. Well, let us rip off our shirt. Do we have anything that boosts physical instrument? I think the black jeans do. These do. Is it the black jeans that do? No, that's composure. Oh. I thought the green snakeskin shoes were the only ones that boosted that. Alright, we should be good to try.
The barbell waits patiently on the floor, like a dog for its master.
Only 4. That doesn't seem right. Should be 5. Oh, -1 from an item. What do I have that's... Whoops. Oh, -2. Yeah, let's get rid of that.
The barbell waits patiently on the floor, like a dog for its master.
Alright, lift the barbell. Another...
You manage to hoist it off the ground, but the barbell feels wobbly and dangerous.
I've heard this already.
See? See? This place is cursed.
Yeah, screw you, you stupid barbell.
Weightlifting was never my favorite either.
Lieutenant is obviously handling you.
At the station gym, I mean. I prefer running. It clears your head.
Lieutenant steps away from the barbell, letting you recover in peace. Yeah, well... I guess you can't win them all. Where's my original tie? Let's slap this bad boy on. Well, shoot. Really thought I had it that time. We've been trying to pass that check since really early in the Let's Play. Because the first major side task we went on was the Curse Doom commercial area. Alright, let's see, to the church, I think. It's the Veld building is right beside that. Alright, so the hint that we got earlier was to take a closer look at the mural here, so we'll do that in the next episode, and pursue Ruby, if we can. By the way, I'm going to call it here. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys in the next one.